hit hard on the ground towards second. LeMahieu's got it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, keep an eye on El Torito, Odubel Herrera, as this game moves along. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10 games.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Fastball off the plate away for ball one. EK, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And something's going to have to give here in game one because both of these teams come in riding winning streaks. They've played some of their best baseball this season, so this is set up to be an exciting series.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Tommy Joseph will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially for a guy in this part of the lineup.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Here's the 1-1. 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Well, you start to wonder if maybe we could be in for a repeat of yesterday's performance. They sure didn't have any trouble scoring in that game, and they're off to a first-inning lead now here in this one.
Dylan Cousins will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, we have an opportunity to watch Nolan Arenado in this one. He's really come a long way since first breaking into the league. Remember, in 2015, he won the Gold Glove Award at third base. He also put together a stellar offensive year. Really one of the best all-around players in all of baseball.
This is line to left, and that'll get down out there. Around third and being waved on home. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. Michael Saunders steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond's a very fair umpire, Matt. Calls a pretty standard strike zone. Usually not a lot of complaints either way.
3-0 now. He just doesn't seem to have as good command out there in the first inning.
You're right about that. He has not looked comfortable at all so far, and sometimes you see that when you're pitching on the road, but rarely when you're in your own home ballpark.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Phillies lead this one 2-0. Jeremy Hellickson will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, his whip is above league average. Been dependable, but does run into some trouble. So we'll see how he fares in this one.
DJ LeMahieu comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
DJ LeMahieu.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight. Well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball. 5-2 over their last 7.
And something's going to have to give here in game 1 because both of these teams come in riding winning streaks. They've played some of their best baseball this season, so this is set up to be an exciting series.
And that's a base hit, so the leadoff man's aboard to start off the home half of the first.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 261 the average coming into action here. 17 home runs to go along with 52 RBIs. Hellickson pauses. Here's the 0-1. He goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Crawford ranging into the outfield. He's got it 1 away. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I'm looking for a big performance out of Nolan Arenado. He hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Herrera on the run. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. The throw short hops him at first, and now 2 men are aboard. On to first, a double play. Jorge Alfaro will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
In there, no balls and a strike. The windup and the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Desmond makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 8, left fielder.
And with that, there you get a look at what's happening in the race in the National League West. Howie Kendrick will dig in. Currently 5th in the National League in batting to begin play.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
Weak chopper up the line. Oh, it's off the third base bag. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
J.P. Crawford will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way to left center. Calling for it, Desmond. And that's the second out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Odubel Herrera will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And, you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Gary Sanchez will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Gary Sanchez.
Hellickson steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Crawford is right there, and he's retired here, 1 away. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Yeah, guys, Herrera can absolutely fly in the outfield. He's got that good, quick first step, runs tight, efficient routes, and he follows the ball as well as anybody when it's in the air. Should be a great outfielder for a long time to come.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Joey Gallo gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They trail things here 2-0. Cesar Hernandez is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Judd has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 19, Tommy Joseph.
Tommy Joseph stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And that's in there for strike one. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Standing in now, Dylan Cousins, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And the gamble will work out. He's in at second base with a 2-out double.
Boy, it's only the third inning here, and he's already given up more hits so far than he did in his entire start last time out. He hasn't been able to reproduce what he had going on last time, at least not to this point.
Maikel Franco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Aaron Judd steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Judd.
Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Batting 8.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Mark Reynolds will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. And they'll play the station-to-station game here, but this is a foul ball. No one out with a runner at second. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So with one gone, there's a look at the Rockies' upcoming schedule here on the show for the next 7 days. Make plans to be with us. Ian Desmond will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Popped high in the air. Hernandez takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. DJ LeMahieu will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
It's always big when you get your leadoff guy on to start a game like that, because that just wakes up the whole team from the very beginning.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
2 out here and a runner at second. Hard hit ball to second. Way to get dirty. It's there, and he's out.
Wow, made it look easy.
3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Michael Saunders is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. First pitch on its way. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, high fastball up and in, followed by a curveball down and away. 2 very different looks so far. And he's set up to go just about anywhere now.
Just a touch outside, 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike, and now there are 2 gone.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Howie Kendrick stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind, 0-2. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
2-2 now with 2 away, and the base is empty.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Leading off the inning, Carlos Gonzalez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Hellickson sets his sights, coming at him with the 0-1. Little chopper back to the mound. And a rather easy first out.
Yeah, and that's a good job here to get off the mound quickly, pounce on it, and then make a good strong throw.
Nolan Arenado will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And this is taken outside for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Lifted in the air out to right. Cousins is in his tracks now. And that's out number 2.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Here comes the first pitch. Gary Sanchez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
0-1 count and the pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Well, he wasn't able to do anything with those 2 off-speed pitches he saw. But the 1 fastball he gets,
oh, sorry, I thought my mic was on.
And that's what you've got to do. You might
What's
get
up,
1
Nugget?
pitch in an at-bat that you can handle, and he was able to make it count here.
Trevor Story
Yeah,
will get a shot
Padres
here
game
with 2
ended
away
badly.
and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to
See
do the
what
job.
walk-off.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
No, I
Two out
lost
with the
by
man at
like
first.
2, I think.
Popped up. Joseph is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We played 4 full. It's the Phillies 2 and the Rockies nothing. J.P. Crawford will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
That's lifted the other way out to left.
Nice.
Judd is there to put this one away, and it's a very quick out to start the 5th.
Center fielder.
Odubel Herrera will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 2 runs, 4 hits.
I missed it,
no
man. I was watching that game earlier, too.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I actually stopped watching the game to play this. Shame on me, man.
Good action on the sinker, 1-2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Later, Nugget.
Cesar Hernandez is on deck. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there. This isn't even close for ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Here's the first pitch to him. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
And after a walk,
yeah,
I
he
think
started
there's a
this
little
game.
anger behind that fastball.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. Desmond has a beat on it. 2 gone.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Tommy Joseph will dig in. He had an RBI double back in the first inning of this one. And he gets ahead here
sometimes
with
Marco's dominant, and then some games he can't even throw a strike.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back.
Keeping an eye on him.
A runner on first with 2 away. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Phillies strand 1. They're up 2-0.
Man. Then I came back, and then even my bullpen.
Joey Gallo will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Now a swing and a ball hit foul to first as the first base coach had to do a little skip to Milou there. Hellickson gets the sign. 1-1 on its way. Chopped in front of home plate. Alfaro is up with it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running
Yeah,
away,
Ottavino's
not
not that bad.
Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
And Holland's my setup guy. I could
Aaron
switch it
Judd
around.
walks into the box. Reached
Holland's
base for
pretty
the
dirty.
double his first time up.
Well, he did a good job to go down and get one in his last at-bat, but I got to think he'll be looking for a pitch that he can drive right here.
First offering on its way. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team
Holland
like this.
is a good
If
closer.
you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Stepping in, Mark Reynolds. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Now, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
And here's a swing and a miss as they jump ahead of Reynolds here, 0-2.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Yeah, it just happened.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2.
A couple games ago.
Grounded to third.
I'm right on schedule with real baseball. I got a 4-game series, and then it's the All-Star break.
1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're down 2-0. Dylan Cousins will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th.
I'm 4.5 up in the NL West. Yeah, I did get some good pitching prospects. Definitely.
And
I
here's
got a
ball
good
hit in the
infielder
air.
too.
Story into shallow left, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, the average is clearly not where he wants it to be, but you wouldn't know it by that swing right there. Pitch selection has been a problem for him, but this is right out over the plate, and this might help him get back into a positive state of mind.
Stepping in now, Maikel Franco, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss
I
on the
hate
slider.
how
He's
this game,
quickly
like,
behind
it's almost like
0-2.
right off the bat,
that
the
slider's
game
been
knows
real
it's
good
going
to him
to
all night long. No
beat
reason
you.
not to ride that as much as he can.
And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Michael
Saunders stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
now batting
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Into the box, Jorge Alfaro, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Oh, and 2, here it comes. That misses. 1-2. As they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Did it say 12 strikeouts? And unbelievable.
Ian Desmond will lead things off for Colorado as they look to get something started in their half of the 6th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Here's Hellickson back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him here. It's strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
What the fuck,
He's got him in
man?
the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
I know.
And that
I'm ready
has
to go
been
to
the
sleep.
comfort zone
Why
so
can't
far
even
in
play
this
this
outing.
game right
He's
now?
just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number
Aggravating me
1.
now.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
DJ LeMahieu swings and misses
just
there,
too
so he's down
anxious. I
0-1.
just keep swinging
Another
at
example
everything.
there of a guy chasing after that first pitch and falling behind.
Yeah, and Matt, we've seen it time and time again. It is something that these guys just have to be more aware of. At this point, why would you even throw them a strike on the first pitch?
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Skied into very shallow right. Cousins is there, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Smoked on the ground up the middle.
Look at these guys,
a
man. They're
diving
fucking
stop
Superman.
in time.
Oh,
Some
what a
bullshit.
play.
The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show.
Alright, I need to fast forward this
Howie
shit,
Kendrick
man.
will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very
Tired.
crisply played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and very even.
We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th.
Leading out for the Rockies, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Hellickson's ready. First pitch on its way. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And another foul ball. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Pushed softly over toward the right side. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Gary Sanchez will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. One and 0 pitch on the way. Tap fouled at home plate. Nobody out, runner on first. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2.
Is that fucking 3 straight changeups? It is.
Ready on 1 and 2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1 and 2 delivery. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Kendrick ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Around third and being waved on home, but not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Well, he put up a string of zeros up until this point, but it looks like a shutout's not going to be in the cards as he gives up his first run here on the RBI double.
Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now. And that's going to do it now for the starter, Jeremy Hellickson. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Ramos will come on now as he'll take over in inning number 7.
And a slider. That's what that was.
In now, Trevor Story, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
Trying to hold the lead. And it's quickly 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. A throw down to first, 1 away.
Oh, you idiot.
But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Joey Gallo.
Fucking stupid play, man.
That tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Too tired.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
The 0-1 on its way. And he falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
He knows his job is to hang on to the lead for his
team. This guy
The
sucks.
guy in scoring position, he's got to do something to come up big. Not a whole lot bigger situation to come up with a strikeout than right there. He's fired up about it, but he's still got some work to do right now. He's not out of this thing yet.
Standing in now, Aaron Judd, as he'll take a look at ball 1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, You've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
That's inside. 2-0.
Well, they're taking the smart approach right here. With that base open, you don't need to put them on intentionally, but you also don't need to groove anything.
The 2-0 on the way. Here's the ball hit high in the air and fairly deep toward the right field corner. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. Phillies on top, 2-1. Cesar Hernandez comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Cesar Hernandez.
Scott Oberg will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Cesar Hernandez will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Hit down the third base line. Gloved by Arenado. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. The Humidor certainly doing its job so far as you get a look at our line score for this one. A low-scoring affair, very unlike the first 10 years or so of baseball here in Denver. Tommy Joseph will dig in. Took a cold third strike his last time.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Desmond calls for it. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Dylan Cousins.
Dylan Cousins ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this is into the alley, and he might be looking at his 3rd double of the game. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Wow, stay hot, why don't you? He is wearing these guys out. His 3rd double of the game, and I think these guys have seen just about enough of him.
Stepping in now, Michael Franco, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selective now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
Fly ball heading for the alley.
No way.
And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now 3-1.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it. But at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
Michael Saunders takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Rockies 1.
Your attention, please.
A new pitcher set to take over, and it's one of just a handful of submariners around nowadays. Right-hander Pat Neshek. Leading, I'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Yeah, so am I, dude.
Pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Can barely hold my eyes open.
Of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Well, you know, the big key to throw on the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot. A couple more of these could get him right back into it.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Runner's on his way to third. Smoke the other way. High and deep to left. Kendrick ranging back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning.
Dude, he caught it.
One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Back with more on a Thursday night following this.
What?
Welcome back to the 9th inning from Coors Field in Denver as we get a nice shot of the city here tonight. Striding in to start the 9th, Jorge Alfaro, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Oh.
We'll move ahead in this one and pick up the action in the bottom of inning number 9. Leading off the inning, Nolan Arenado, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Hernandez scoops it up onto first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the ninth. Gary Sanchez will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Trevor Story makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now.
Now batting, first baseman, Joey Gallo.
Yay, Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first. He'll take care of him. And the Phillies have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score.
I'll be streaming
guys,
tomorrow, man. Check me out again.
This victory thanks in no small part to the contributions of this man on the mound, Jeremy Hellickson. Strike oppose. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well.